Hello there. Hello, everybody. How are you today? Okay, look where we are. We're in the Storytime room again. Well, we're in the Storytime room virtually. It's just a photo in the back, but we're there in mind and spirit. And let's see, I hope you are all well and you're all strong and you're all patient. Yes, that's what's going to help us get through this. So, let's see. What should we do? What? The hat? I'm wearing a hat today. Yes, you noticed. Thank you. Yes. Well, it's a clue, obviously, because you know me, I always give out clues, but not yet. Let's first do something else. Let's see, where is it? Ah, there it is. Hmm, well, I was going to say let's dance, but hmm, where's my music? There we go. So this is called Rainbow Forest music. So are you dancing? I hope you're dancing with me. Are you twirling? Dancing, everybody. Thank you for dancing. Okay, that was excellent. Oh, goody. So, hint, what do you think it is? No, no, I'm not a cowboy. I'm not doing a story about cowboys. What else? Maybe it's a story about down under and the Australian kangaroos. Uh, no, it's not. I'm just teasing. Actually, it's a little bit about camping. And we're going to pretend to camp today. So, oh my gosh, think of all the things you have to pack to go camping, right? You've got, maybe you fish, so you'd need a fishing rod, and you need like your pair of like sneakers or shoes that you can get muddy. And what else? What else? What else? You need a roll up bed, sleeping bag, and a towel because you're going to go swimming, right? And some shirts and underwear and all sorts of stuff. Some soaps. Don't forget your toothbrush because you need to brush your teeth after you eat and stuff to cook. Oh my gosh, there's so much to camping, right? Okay. So we're going to pretend that we're going camping, and that's kind of what this story is about. It's about pretending. But there's another character in this, and you haven't met him yet, but you will. And I'm going to give you another hint to this. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was the title of the book, silly me. No, this is what I wanted to show you. Oh, what was that? Oh my God. Oh, what is that? Oh, baby. Oh, mommy. So that's a tiger. Yes, she's so beautiful. She's looking at the deer. Hope she's not too hungry because if she is, what's going to happen. But here she's walking through the forest, and those are her babies, and they're watching her. So our story is going to have a tiger. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so let's bring back the book and let's close down the story time room. And there it is. The name of this book is called Camp Tiger. And it's written by Susan Choi and it's illustrated by John Rocco. Ooh, and look, those are all the things you have to, oh, look, they have a paddle. I didn't say paddle. And binoculars, of course, and a canteen for water, and a lamp when it gets dark, and a knife in case you have to cut a cord or something, and another flashlight, and oh, wow, they are well prepared. And wait a second, what's in there that's kind of orange with black stripes? Yeah, it's a tiger tail. What's that doing there? Camp Tiger. And there it is. And it's published by G.P. Putnam and Sons. Thank you, Putnam and Sons. And here they are. They're traveling. The whole family is in that big reddish Jeep with a big red canoe on top. Oh, and look, they got off the highway. And they're driving. Every year, my mom and dad and brother and I go camping at Mountain Pond. We drive a long time on the highway. We saw that, right? And then a long time on roads that zig and zag until we're on a road that's just dirt and rocks. Good thing they have a Jeep, right? And the pine trees scrape the sides of the car, and I think we're lost. And then the road zags, and there's Mountain Pond, like a mirror in the trees. Let's see. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's September, the end of the summer. As soon as we get back from camping, we go back to school. My brother's starting fourth grade and I'm starting first grade, and I don't want to be a first grader. I like kindergarten. I like choice time and building with blocks. I hope our camping trip never ends. So that's what he's thinking. And his brother probably has a Game Boy and he's playing and just is ignoring the scenery altogether. We have a campsite on the far side of the pond with the big mountains starting behind it, and my parents both really like it. It's so beautiful, they say, and so quiet. We take our stuff out of the car and talk about the things we'll see, the eagle fishing for its dinner in the pond, the salamander with red spots on his back, and the chipmunks that come to steal food while we sit by the campfire. The air feels cool, and I find a red leaf on the ground. You know, the air feels cool today, too. Oh, and there's a red leaf. Oh, and look, the parents are unpacking and the brother's helping. They're carrying stuff to the campsite. While we're working on the tent, everything gets really still. My mother puts out her hand in a way that means don't move, don't talk. A tiger steps silently out of the woods and stands next to the stone fireplace. The tiger is orange with black stripes and has a stern face and big heavy paws, but it seems smaller than a tiger should be. It's still big, like our neighbor's German shepherd that scares me sometimes on the sidewalk, but for a tiger it's small. It doesn't scare me. It also looks thin, and it talks. There's your first clue that he's working with his imagination, right? Here we go. Ooh, there's the tiger, and there's Mom going, shh. Do you have an extra tent? Asked the tiger. I have a cave, but I still feel cold. I know that we do. It's a two-person tent that we brought as a place for me and my brother to play if it rains. Yes, my dad finally says while my mom stares at him. We'll set it up when we finish this one. So there's the tent. And so they set up the two tents, and he notices that the tiger is acting more like a cat. It's grooming himself, and he's acting nice, probably so that the parents will feel fine with it. And there he is, cleaning his big paws. And the dad finished setting up the other tent. Can you unzip it for me? The tiger asks. I look at his huge, heavy paws. My dad does, and the tiger lowers his head and steps in carefully. I follow before my parents could stop me. There they are going into the tent together. The pretend tiger. Zip us in, please, I call back. You can zip in yourself, my mom says. Don't snag the fabric. All summer, things my mom used to do for me, like make my bed in the morning or fold up my clothes, have become things that I have to do myself. I can do them, but I wish she would do them. This time, though, I zip the tent quickly before she can make me come out. Inside the tent, the tiger lies down, so he's shaped like a C, and puts his head on his paws. And I wrap my arms around him and bury my face in his fur. He smells like sunshine and pine needles. Tigers live in Africa, I tell him. Not Africa, Asia, he says. This isn't Africa or Asia, I tell him. No, sighs the tiger. So there they are chatting. And of course, tigers don't really talk, but in pretend time they do talk. So this tiger is telling him about himself. All weekend, the tiger stays with us. When we hike on the trail, he walks first and his paws make no sound. He knows an overlook we've never found before where we can see the tops of the green mountains stretching away. Oh, look at that. That's a nice overlook. You can see everything, right? He's cautious around water, but he comes with us in the canoe. He sits very still, staring out at the shore. I barely have to reach down to trail my hand in the water. The canoe's riding low, my dad says. Because of the weight of the tiger, I guess. We paddle slowly so we won't tip over. You've grown too, my mom says. And there they are, all behind the tiger. He's sitting up front. Oh, and look at the reflection of the tiger in the pond. Nice. At the fishing spot, my brother catches a pumpkin seed fish right away, which is what always happens. I don't want to fish, I say, sitting next to the tiger. No one makes me. There they are sitting. There's his brother who caught the fish. But after a while, I get up and put bait on my hook. I hate fish, I say as I cast. I love fish, says the tiger. I'll eat any fish that you catch. I almost never catch any, I tell him, but today I catch one. Just big enough to keep, says my dad when he measures. I'll eat it raw, says the tiger. I like to eat the whole thing and feel the tail swish around in my stomach. Ugh, we all say, but we're laughing. Oh, and look, there's the tiger. He jumped out of the canoe into the water, I guess, and he's going fishing. We never see other people. My mom says it's because it's late in the season. Even the park ranger never comes by. See, it's just them and the tiger. Our last night, my brother and I get to stay up extra late in the camp chairs and watch the fire until it dies out. I can see the tiger's eyes in the darkness, like the very last embers. I want to look for shooting stars, I say. I want to go in the canoe in the dark and look up at the stars. No one seems to hear but the tiger. I'll take you, he says. So there they go. They walk into the woods. They jump over. They howl at the moon. They get in the canoe. The tiger pushes his paws through the sparkling black water instead of using a paddle. I steer, which I'm never good at, except now I steer really well. I see the stars shining deep in the water and our canoes gliding high on the sky. And then we're back, and my mom and dad lift me into our tent. Not the tigers, but I'm too tired to stop them. Ah, there they are. And look, you can look down into the water and see the reflected sky and look at the sky. It's beautiful with all the stars. The next morning, the tiger's gone. He didn't say goodbye, I say. It's windy and cold, And that makes my eyes run and my throat feel thick, like I have a lump there. When my mom tries to give me oatmeal, I push it away. It's a wild animal, my dad says. He had to go back where it came from. You can go say goodbye to the lake, says my mom. I sit down by the water and put my head on my knees so my kneecaps press against my eyeballs. I hear my brother coming over to make fun of me, but instead, he just sits down nearby. Neither one of us says anything. I guess they're both sad because they're leaving the camp. Leaves fly off the trees as we drive back down out of the mountains. It's fall, says my mom. That means it'll be cold, I say. I think of the tiger shivering in his cave. Oh, let's go back and just see. See all the leaves flying around? And there goes the car. When we get home that night, I draw the tiger exactly the way he looked. I'm going to take it to show my new teacher. Time for bed, my mom says, but I get her to give me 5 more minutes. Look, there he drew the tiger. What a good drawer he is. That's a nice tiger. And look, he collected some branches from when he went camping. I want to finish my picture before I forget. And there's the end page again. And there's the beautiful, beautiful lake that they went to visit. The end. Let's see. Okay, so that's our story. I hoped you liked it. It was very imaginative. And maybe today you can think of some animal that you'd like to talk to and imagine him or her in your room and talk to the animal. Ask it where it lives, ask it what it eats, what it likes, what it doesn't like. And it's like a new friend, and you can then afterwards make a drawing of your favorite animal that came to visit you. Okay? Okay. So I hope you had fun today. Let's see. Some of you are in there, and I'm looking for the comments section. Nobody wrote any comments, but that's okay. And I hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you next time.